I learned something today, and that is that disaster movies are really hard to make in 2022. And honestly, I'm starting to think they might not exist in the future. I don't know where the future of disaster movies lies, but we had a really good disaster movie, if not polarizing, followed pretty much immediately by a really bad one. And I feel like, I can't wait to talk about this. I might make a whole other video about disaster movies, but like in 2012, well, not in 2012, but like when 2012 came out, there was a huge uproar in like people freaking out, right? Like everyone was like, we're all gonna die, right? Like everyone was thinking that, like especially in my like middle school and whatever. Oh my God, everyone was freaking out. And no kind of movie can create that kind of sizzle right now in terms of disaster movies. You have movies like Joker, which are people like, it instills violence, but like, a disaster movie? Nah, not a chance, not anymore. So today we're talking about Moonfall. Moonfall was released in 2022. It was written by Roland Emmerich and Harold Closer and Spencer Cohen, and directed by Roland Emmerich. Slight spoilers, because it's hard to explain the plot of this film without some spoilers. So, slight spoilers, nothing huge, but slight. The general idea is that there's something inside the moon that is causing it to get closer to the Earth, and it is eventually going to hit the Earth if they don't do something to stop it. So it's about this group of astronauts who are going to space to try to figure out what is inside the moon, how to stop it before it murders everyone on Earth. I'm so excited to talk about this film. There's so much to talk about. Okay, first, we'll talk about performances. I was, first of all, shocked that I liked Patrick Wilson in this. I normally don't like Patrick Wilson unless he's in a Conjuring film. That's just the truth. I don't know why, it's just the truth. And I liked him in this. And I think his character was kind of garbage, but I thought he did a good job at not being the guy from The Conjuring, or that awful guy he plays in Aquaman. I thought he did a good job of separating himself from other things he has done. It felt new and refreshing for him, which was nice. Halle Berry was really, really great. I think she was fine. I think she could have used a little more screen time, but she was good. But the standout for this film is John Bradley, who plays Casey, and I don't even know who that is. And he just lightens up the room whenever he's in there. Like, as soon as he pops on screen, like, my attention was immediately there. He just has a really likable character and just a likable backstory, and you're rooting for the guy, really. Like, that's the only person I cared about in this entire film, which we'll get there, is a problem. His characters feel so light and happy and excited, and it's a nice feeling, you know, to watch that character, and I liked it a lot. The problem is that every other character sucks ass. Like, there's no good character in this film. All of them are just kind of garbage. They're all, first of all, bad people, but also, like, they are poorly written. Like, I don't know who wrote the dialogue for this film, but it's bad. Everything is bad in terms of the dialogue. Especially towards the end, it gets rushed, and it's like Roland was like, I have an idea. Okay, what is it? We're going to smash the moon into the Earth. They're like, who are we going to focus on? He's like, why does that matter? Fair enough. I wish KC was the main character, but alas, it is actually Patrick Wilson's character. He's the main character. And every time John Bradley was on the screen, I couldn't help but not care about Patrick Wilson's character, because I only cared about him. And I feel like if they just switched the characters around, or maybe just got rid of him completely, Casey could have really made this film a lot better. I think his character is super cool, relatable, and interesting. So I'm really upset that they kind of threw that out the window. The special effects are amazing. They really, really are. I like them a lot. They're very, very cool. I wish there was more. I was sitting here and I'm like, oh wow, it's really crashing into the Earth there. And then they just kind of cut to like boring character stuff. And I'm like, first of all, if you're going to do that, fine. Make the characters interesting. But then they don't. And I'm like, oh, okay. That was a waste of time, which a waste of time it is. It is a long movie. It is a lot longer than I thought. And it feels long. I mean, holy shit. I was in the theater for so long. I had to pee so much. It was rough. It's still not the longest movie that we've had, even this year, but it feels like the longest movie we've had so far this year. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, the music. I didn't like the music very much. It felt very epic for the sake of epicness instead of like cool. Like it's this weird thing. I don't know, because like you watch movies like, I don't know, Interstellar, and it feels like the music is actually aiding to like the suspense or the drama, and this just felt like every scene they were like, can we have a really cool brass ensemble behind that and just have it blaring? Sure, why not? Cool. I don't know who did the music for it, but it was bad. I do want to talk about genre a little bit. So this is a disaster film, and disaster films are typically under action. And yes, this is kind of an action film, sort of, if an action film had no action except for the moon hitting the earth, which was pretty cool, not gonna lie to you. But the cool thing about this is that it's mainly a sci-fi film, but it does not tell you that it's a sci-fi film in the trailer, or in the poster anyway, really. It is like, oh wow, the moon, that's a disaster movie. No, it is sci-fi. There's a weird AI technology. There's weird, like, it's strange. It's really strange. And as much as I thought it was a cool idea, it was distracting because I didn't care. Like, I really did not care at all about the AI thing. As soon as they, like, I was like, oh, the moon's falling? That's really bad. That's incredible. Like, that's gonna be really cool to watch. And then they were like, oh, but it's actually just like this robot in there. And also your ancestors are like really old. They built this moon. And I'm just like, what? Why? Like, and they wait until like the very end to explain any of that really. So I'm just sitting here like, okay, there's something in the moon. We don't know what it is. And I honestly don't care because I don't care. I just want to see the moon hit the earth. That's all I want. This is what Don't Look Up could have been if Don't Look Up was bad. But Don't Look Up had interesting characters and really cool characters, whereas this just absolutely lacked all of that. So it was really frustrating. I'm trying to remember everything I wanted to talk about because there really is a whole lot to talk about because it's that bad. It's that boring, which, yeah, it's boring. I don't think I've said that yet. It is boring. This whole film is really boring. And the longer you sit there, the more you're like, it'll be really cool when all the special effects happen and the moon is like from like, you know, whatever. That's gonna be really cool. It's worth the wait. No, it's not. It gets worse. Like, in the very beginning, I'm like intrigued. I'm like, oh, this is a really cool premise. And then it just goes, and it's not good. And I wish I liked it. I went into this movie wanting to like it. I really, truly did. I wanted to be one of the people that were like, that was really fun, really cool, and exciting. Maybe it's just not for me. But I personally did not like this film. I'm going to go ahead and give Moonfall a D-. Have you guys seen Moonfall? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about it. It is in theaters starting tomorrow. I got to see it at a pre-show, so let me know if you guys see it, when you see it, what you guys think about it. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to watch Ghosts of the Ozark, because I don't know, it's a movie that comes out tomorrow on VOD, so I'll check that out. Next week, we are hopefully going to have Death on the Nile, I Want You Back, Marry Me, and The Sky is Everywhere. We'll see how that goes. I'm also hopefully going to catch Licorice Pizza sometime this month, so I'll have that up here, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss any of that. I would really, truly appreciate it if you did that, so please consider doing so. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.